I mean, this set has everything on the line, right? Because again, Morfin has won 8 of the last 9 tournaments. He was only stopped recently by Kreutz and Raito themselves. But if he can win this one here, I feel like we're just back to the status quo. But Raito has a good chance to put an end to it here. Okay, Morfin grabbed a spike ball. Pretty likely we're going to see a super jump coming in here. But where is he going to put it? Yep, there it is. And I believe that's the difficult variation. Okay, Morfin opts to not go for the more difficult variation. Both players absolutely breezing through. I gotta say, there's one thing I think Morfin might have actually made a bit of a misplay. Because he's setting up a 3 wide, right, at the very end. It is on the right wall. Morfin plays on controller. Morfin plays on keyboard. Raito plays on controller. Raito actually has an inherent advantage in the setup because his controller can actually do backwards wall jump while Morfin's can't. Not gonna be a big enough deal yet, but I think if I'm Raito, I'm looking at that and thinking, how can I push this advantage? Maybe I don't know if Raito's gonna be able to spot this strategy, but genuinely placing a whole bunch of projectiles and just slowing the match down. If you manage to do that, then suddenly you, who has the advantage at the very end, can leverage that because Morfin won't be making it to the end as often, and it's more likely that the timer becomes a factor, and that advantage can bleed through. I know for a fact, I've seen Morfin practice this. Or I've seen the matches with Damu where he practiced it at least. Yeah, okay, Morfin getting it. Let's see, can Raito? Yeah, Raito figures it out. No problem. I think Morfin is 1 wire away from getting a pretty big advantage there, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think if Raito gets this, it's pretty likely to be a point. Yeah, okay, let's see it. Morfin does have 2 lives remaining, but not that much time left. Oh, and Morfin. Okay. This is it. I think timer's probably coming up in like 10 seconds or so. Morfin does have enough time, for sure. This is purely a matter of whether or not he makes it, not a matter of time. Close. And Morfin stays in it. The level of composure necessary to play this well. To play this well when, like, your opponent's already made it, you're on your last life, this much, as we've talked about before, is on the line for Morfin. And still, he hits it when it matters the most. That's one of those intangible skills. Definitely one of those intangible skills that top players have that really makes the difference. Now let's see, can Morfin spot the wire? Doesn't see it. I think he probably gave up his wires because he made the level impossible and Raito removed it. Honorable play. Honorable play. Really not waste his build. Wow, okay. Loki, I think we're gonna ask Morfin about that later. I'm wondering, what is he going for? I feel like wasting a build against Raito is never the play. You gotta take everything you can get. Especially when Raito has the advantage with the final setup. I mean, I guess the 3 wide is gone. Okay, this dynamite is kind of everything right now. Morfin, you're not serious, right? Wow, wait. Raito placing a super jump against Morfin. I think psychologically there's a lot to be said about placing things that your opponent feels confident in. Because if your opponent is the one placing things you feel good about, sometimes that can shake your confidence. And I mean, obviously Raito no slouch with super jumps either, but it is a risky play. It's Morfin we're talking about. And wow, first try, he gets it. Morfin as well. Wouldn't be so comfortable right now if not for an amazing bailout, but that bailout does keep it even. Oh, that is a phenomenal cannon. Yeah, Raito gonna counter build against it, but the thing is that now Morfin does have the opportunity to gain build advantage through it. The question is, can he find the placement he wants? We'll see. One thing about Morfin's game is that he really, really loves placing Volatility. Because when you have the composure that Morfin does, the nerves of steel, Volatility is just inherently a good thing more often than not. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, Morfin does get through there. Okay, what I was saying, but Volatility, when you have nerves of steel, is disproportionately valuable to you as a player. Because volatile setups make people nervous. The thought that, oh, one small mistake is all it takes for me to lose this match, that gets people nervous. And Morfin, having those nerves under his control, kind of just gets a buff from Volatility in a way that other players don't. Oh, wow. That flower by Raito, forcing the one frame jump again. I think this is even more precise than it was before, yeah. And again, this comes back to what I was saying earlier. I feel like Raito's building has been improving a lot. I feel like Raito a few months ago wouldn't be able to really capitalize on the advantage that he had last round from that one frame. But now, this flower placement could be doing it, but again, wait! It could also work against him. Let's not forget, this is a volatile setup, and Morfin is king when it comes to volatility. Let's see it, Morfin, all eyes on you. He's gonna get it. That's gonna be the first point. And wow, already only 3 turns left. That kind of feels unbelievable. But, I mean, the map being what it is right now, this is kind of exactly what you want if you're Raito. It's volatile enough that you can make a comeback. Again, let's not forget who we're watching. This is Raito, kind of the comeback king. Morfin, yep, he's gonna place that jump item, sure of it. Never mind, I should never say anything again. How could I forget? Honestly, I kind of feel like that jump height by Morfin wasn't the play, because Raito just uses quick jump for that. And I feel like that's where he feels most comfortable. Not doing the super jump though. And again, Morfin, just so clean with those. There's never a moment where there's a super jump set up and I feel like Morfin's not gonna hit it. That quick jump spin, maybe a different story though, because Raito does make it. Morfin has 2 lives left. The map is a little bit easier than it was last round. He does have a real opportunity to keep that advantage, but he needs to hit this. Super jump down, all that's standing in his way. 1 quick jump spin. And you get... Wait a minute! Morfin! On the finish line! Is this gonna be a tie game? I mean, you've done it once, Morfin. You could do it again. Okay. Morfin does get the super jump. Timer's up, but I don't think it's gonna be a factor. Okay, Raito, right back in it. And that's what I was talking about, right? This is exactly what Raito wanted. Not saying he wanted Morfin to score, but I'm saying that when Morfin scored, the map was volatile enough that it was the perfect position for Raito to make a comeback, and immediately he did. Admittedly, off the back of a frustrating mistake. You know, tantalizingly close by Morfin, just dies hitting his head on the corner because he thought he was home free. But even so... Yeah, Morfin recognizing just how much of a disadvantage he is at with that quick spin. I think he might want to take this to tiebreaker. Scary against Raito, but, you know, this is Morfin. Not so scary when you are as good as he is in those final moments. Morfin, again, getting the super jump, no problem. I just want to stress to people, this is not a regular super jump. This is a max height super jump. These are not easy at all. If you've done some advanced PH1 speedrunning, you know that this is not free. So I don't fault Raito at all for missing this here. That being said. Okay, he does get it. And we're going to the final round. Still even, 1 round remains. Look at that scoreboard. There has been 1 single round where somebody didn't make it to the finish. How often? I mean, and this is not an easy map. How often do you see that at top level of play? Oh, Morfin. Both of them really just waiting for that timer, trying to psych each other out. Raito does get that placement, though. But, I mean, another spike... Oh. Another spike ball. Morfin could have found that. Another super jump, perhaps. One thing worth considering. I don't know if it's going to be a factor, though. Because, you know, if you're heading into tiebreaker, you're going to get bombs every round. Morfin could set that super jump back up and reclaim that advantage, but that's only going to be the case if this is difficult enough that they don't score immediately, right? Oh, and yeah, Morfin a little bit too early. Definitely should have waited for Raito to get off that T-spike. We'll see. I mean, with the super jump gone, enough of the difficulty is gutted. Even so, Morfin, I think finally those nerves are starting to catch up with him. There's just 2 attempts left at this. Okay, let's see, are we going to tiebreaker? Morfin, this will be decided by you and you alone. We are! Okay, and Raito knows that spike ball. Okay, now I think Morfin is just gonna make this a pure contest of speed. Not a bad decision. I mean, when you already know for sure that it's gonna be determined in the first round, you kind of need to be willing to make that move fast. Morfin, a little bit of nerves. You can clearly see both of them making it through in the second cycle. And again, both of them get the same timing there. This is all gonna come down to the speed. Raito a little bit ahead. And that's gonna do it! Raito! In the tiebreaker! Wow. Okay. We're gonna be seeing Raito Variety Bear in grand finals. Morfin felt like a god. Felt like, you know, nobody could take him down for so long, but now it really feels like so many more people are capable of winning tournaments. I think we are in an era of parity in UCH right now.